people you care about the great gifts they deserve today.
Hey, y'all, hang out with me. We're gonna have some fun while we spill the tea. In case you didn't know. Yeah. Hey, y'all, hang out with me. We're gonna have some fun while we spill the tea. In case you didn't know. In case you didn't know.
Hey y'all, Miss Linda, Alexis.
Can y'all hear me?
Miss Linda, Alexis.
I got an echo. Hey, Danny. Hey, Robbie. I'm going to let a few more people get in here, then I'm going to go ahead and start because I got other stuff I can do. Hey, Cancer 66. Hey, Cynthia Craig. Hey, Protector Peace. Miss Linda Terry. Hey, Dark and Lovely. So, y'all, I had been wanting to go live about this since earlier this week, but by the time I got off work and was watching everybody else's, I didn't have the energy for it. Hey, Amber and Protect Your Peace. I didn't have the energy for it. And after talking to Amber, I was not going to do, I was going to do it pre-recorded, but I just decided to go ahead and do it, get in where I fit in. Today is not going to be long. It's just a topic that kind of irritates me about us as women. Hey, Tony Bailey. Let me drop the link. Shares invite. Okay. Copy. And yes, it is going to be about Brianna. It's going to be about Peach McIntyre. I'm going to speak on Lord bless the dead, but Kim Porter, Cardi B, and Sierra. And it's about how women can be in toxic relationships and they still decide to bring kids into those toxic relationships, thinking that it's going to change how that man acts. Let's see. Amber, are you talking? Because I sure can't hear you if you are.
Can you hear me? I'm talking
I
now.
can, I can hear you. Okay.
So we talking about these women that think men gonna think that babies can keep men.
Yes, we are.
Okay, I'm in a car
And
driving, so sometimes you're not gonna hear me because I got my hand on the wheel.
okay, okay. But let me play this real quick while people are coming in.
Tinkerbutt coming?
Okay.
My Tinkerbutt coming with me? Get your key to lock the door.
But we can have an open panel discussion on it because I know that it is a very common thing, especially in our culture. It happens in all cultures, but in our culture, I know
It's really
so
bad.
many, it is, and I know so many people personally that have done it. I have a cousin that actually has 9 kids. Um, she's married. She had 4 when she got married. After she got married, looked like every year she was having the baby. Her husband told her he did not want any more kids, and she would still end up pregnant. Stop taking her birth control and get pregnant. And he was out there cheating on her, and I guess she thought that was going to stop him from cheating. But if a person is who they are, they're going to be that person, whether you're pregnant or not. And you getting pregnant is not going to change that. And Amber is gone again. Hey Kayla, hey D-Mail, Vicky. Vicky
Ma'am, I am
Queen.
not going again. I put my phone on mute.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Hey, hey, Tony Bailey.
You-
I couldn't hear you. Wait a minute. I'm trying to see how to. Okay.
Hey Kayla, hey D Mel, hey Tony, hey Vicky, hey that one, hey Robin, hey Terry, Miss E, protect your peace, Cancer 66. Lexus, I'm gonna punch you in the shit. Robin, Cynthia, Danny. What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. Let's get this thing quit having babies thinking a man is gonna stay, cause baby, the quickest way to get rid of a man is have a baby by them.
Exactly. Wait a minute. I'm trying to share. That's the wrong one. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm too laid back, Amber. You got.
You say what?
As I'm too laid back. Okay, present.
Hey Beverly, hey Brandy, hey Vicky, hey everybody. What's up,
Just
Crease? Bring
saying.
your butt up here, girl. Cause you know I'm handling business, so I have to get down in a minute,
Oh,
girl.
you
What's up,
sure is.
Primo? As in Miss Lasonda's words, Primo. What's up, Primo? Ooh.
Hey, talks with Pimo.
What's up,
Creature.
Preemie? That's what she say, Preemie or Primo or something. Y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button.
I don't think y'all can see this.
Let me see. Can we see? Wait, what's taking so long for it? I see it's still trying to load.
I have no idea.
Let me see. Okay, so are you on your computer or you on?
I'm actually on the computer. I had to change the settings so that I could hear you, but now it's not uploading.
Yes, you are, Primo, a whole joint, according to Miss Lasonda. She be saying Primo.
Not Primo.
Yeah.
Let me see. It played that one, but it won't play the other one.
Hey, Black Widow.
Hey, Black Widow.
You took it down now?
I did, because
Okay.
it is not gonna do right.
Oh, were you gonna play something?
Yeah, I was, but it's cool. But everybody knows. I'm gonna start with Bree, and I'm gonna go on down the line. So everybody does know that Bree's last two. Hey, Black Widow. I think I spoke to you already though. Bree's last two kids that she had, last two sets, not last two, were intentional.
Hmm.
Because if they were not, why do you get off of birth control? And once you get on birth control, you start I want to say fucking free will, but stop. The man doesn't use a condom. So any grown person that's had children before knows that the way to get pregnant is unprotected sex and no birth control. But she wants to say that she did not. She want to say that she did not get pregnant intentionally. But as a grown 31-year-old woman, she knew
32.
she turned 32 after the fact. But a
Oh.
grown 31-year-old woman that's having constant sex and that had four prior pregnancies know that if you lay up without a condom, you're gonna get pregnant. Why in the world would anybody, if you're going like, I'm gonna go to Peach McIntyre. Peach McIntyre has been with Wood all these years, had 7 babies from her, now pregnant with 2. Wood, from looking at her story all these years, has been toxic all this while, cheating on her and everything. So why keep bringing babies into these relationships that are toxic? Whether you're married or not, she's married, yes, but your relationship toxic as hell. So you say she, and then Brianna, she's on the internet. She's putting all her and Johnell business out. Toxic relationship. Nobody's thinking about these babies. Nobody's thinking about, okay, after the baby comes, you're gonna have a relationship, and this relationship, they're witnessing all this toxic ass behavior.
Hmm.
A lot of what we see going on with these youth these days come from homes like that, where they're watching their parents fight, they're watching their kids do all of this stuff, and then they going out in the community being toxic, like the surroundings, or like their environment. You're a product of your environment. And Brianna, that camera footage she showed with how she was carrying on and cursing Johnell out, her children were home. The way that she carries on in front of her kids. And then she wants to bring 2 more innocent babies into a toxic lifestyle. And I know people are gonna get mad because I'm talking about their queen, but I don't give a shit.
Talking about they queen.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care because at some point it's not about that grown ass adult. It becomes about that child.
Hmm.
And like I say, I live here in South Georgia, and these young folks in this area have run amok, and they're running amok, and they have parents that are not parenting them. The parents are not being parents to them. They're trying to be friends, and they're doing any and everything in front of the kids. We had homecoming back in October, and we had 7 thugs go up and shoot up our homecoming.
That happened here too, just recently.
Yeah, yeah. And this is the product of bringing kids up in toxic environments.
Correct. Correct. Preach, girl, peach.
God, don't start.
I'm like Jeannie, not peach, peach.
Well, if she ain't been to the doctor in 5 years,
You know she ain't. She wasn't on no birth control.
that's true. That is so true. But she the one got up there and lied and say she stopped taking her birth control because she had been on them so long. Hey, Lila Johnson.
Hey, hey, Lila. Oh, I've been saying her name wrong. I call her Leela. You right. It is Lila. I'm sorry, Miss Johnson.
And then,
Johnson, I hope you ain't related to Nate Johnson.
girl, don't start that. And then you have them putting all and anything, any kind of things on on the internet. These children will one day become grown, and once you put it out there on the on the web, you can't take it back. So these children will one day see the stuff there that's going on among their parents. Let's take Cardi B and Offset for instance. Cardi B and Offset went in a war of words on Twitter and on different platforms. She's calling him a cheater. He's talking about she fucked somebody while, excuse my language, she effed somebody while she was pregnant, and she was like, and did. Okay, you all made a conscious decision to keep having babies when after culture, the relationship was toxic. But yet, even though you all married and you know it's toxic, you all keep having babies and bringing them into these toxic behind environments. Kim Porter, bless her soul, knew
Mhm.
Di- she knew Diddy wasn't shit. She had had a baby from him, but yet she brings two more lives into this toxic behind relationship. He was beating on her when she had son, but yet she still brings other children into that environment. And like I said, we're not the only culture that does it. But when are we going to get to the point to where we start thinking about those lies that we're bringing into the world? When are we going to stop being selfish and thinking about, well, it will save my relationship or it will save my marriage? Because you know deep down that is gone, but yet you still continue to have these babies. So nobody's thinking about that child or that future child. It's just, I think it's just selfish as H for as hell to bring these kids. And I don't know. I don't know. I
I don't
feel
even think Cynthia. I don't even think Diddy's kids feel for themselves. They out here trying to fight people and this, that, and the third. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't never been a Diddy fan at all. And now I like Jay-Z or whatever, but the thing about it is, y'all, these women, they allow these men to do this to them because they were, to me, being, they wanted to be on the scene. So they allowed these men to do what they did to them. Okay. So do I hate Diddy? No. Do I hate Jay-Z? No. But y'all, we gotta somewhere, draw the line.
take
It's like, well, these
accountability. They got to take accountability.
accountability, yes. Hey, Kimberly, they got to take accountability. When I sat and watched R. Kelly's documentary, Surviving R. Kelly, for the first time when they did it in 2019, I was sick to my stomach. I literally did not like R. Kelly no more. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he did this. But then as they came on, I think it was the next following year, they came on again. And I'm like, okay, we gotta fault some of these parents because he went after women or little girls who parents were not involved. The daddy wasn't in the picture, or the mom was a crackhead, or the mom was a single mother who was working all these hours and stuff like that. And I'm like, we gotta come on now. They gotta take some type of accountability. Now, what these people did, no, it was not right. What R. Kelly, Jay Z, or any of them did, no, it was not right. However, we got to take some accountability as women.
We do. But women get a pass in this culture today, and in this cancel me culture that's going on now. Hey, lady love, they give women a pass. Women can do whatever they want to do, and they get a pass.
Uh
And
huh.
then they condemn the men because nobody, like they were saying with the Diddy situation. They said that Diddy sent plane tickets, but nobody made their asses go and board the plane. If he was sending plane tickets and they was in another city and they jumped on that plane and went to where he was, they knew what was going down, especially when he did it over and over and over. So where does the accountability come for them?
And just like you just, not to cut you off, but just like you just said that the women can do whatever, but the men is the one getting in trouble. That's just like with those women disrespecting the truth, calling him every name but the child of God on Jeannie's live, on anybody's live. They disrespect them, talk about him, Kevin too. And time they say something back, oh, they disrespectful. He he is Satan himself because he decided to take up for himself. Come on now, y'all was wrong too. Just because y'all women don't mean that it's right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like I say,
Shanta.
it's a part of that cancel culture. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I said, in order for all of this to stop, Brianna will have to publicly come and say
Yep.
that she did not tell the whole truth. Yes, everybody know they had a toxic marriage. Everybody knows that. But everybody knows there was some lying done too on this man. This is her daughter's father, and she's letting him get destroyed out here. And then she thinks she's going to have an easy life. It's not going to be easy. I don't care how much you say God is blessing you and this, that, and the other. God don't bless mess. The devil blesses you too. So until she comes forward and admit that she did some lying and everything that she said was not true, hey Roz, it is not it they're gonna continue on him. I feel so
Yep.
bad for him. And I don't agree. I don't agree with everything that Robert does. However, nobody deserves to go through that every day. They wake up, go to sleep. Nobody deserves that. I have two sons, and that's why I feel so bad for him. Because if somebody was to do my children like that,
You wouldn't know what to do, would
I
you?
wouldn't know what to do.
Hmm. I think the reason why a lot of us too, because we all got boys. Boys running my family deep. Because y'all, I got 7 nephews. No, 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 no. Yeah, and I lost count. But anyway, maybe 8. I don't know, but it ain't a lot of girls in our upcoming generation. It's like boys. That's all we have. My grandmother, she had one grandson. He is the oldest, and the rest grandgirls. Her great grandkids is one granddaughter, and the rest grand boys. So all we have is boys really in our family on the upcoming generation. So that's like y'all know Lexus got 3 boys. Okay, would have 4. The oldest one passed. She would have 4 boys. I have a boy. Um, my sister Ashley have a boy and 1 girl. So, and my brother and his son, you know what I'm saying? And then my other brother, he got good. So it's just like, and even like my first cousins, everybody got boys, more boys than girls. So just imagine if any of us was in that situation with our sons and they lying. And this ain't Brianna not the only woman out here done told a lie, and if that's gonna come
And
out
she's
and
not.
tell a lie on these boys. Okay? Protect your peace. She got 1 son. And I already know with protect your peace, if they come for her son, it's gonna be all hell gonna have to, you know, break loose. Oh my God, what is they doing to roll clothes? So then how
Hey,
God,
Mom Deuce. Hey, Roz, Brandy, and True Slayer. In my family,
Dawn got 1 child too.
we had a bunch of
One.
girls. My I was the first one to have a boy because with my mother, it was 7 girls, 1 boy, and then after that, everybody got pregnant, had girls. My first child was a girl. When I had my son, that was the first son in the immediate family. And then I had another one, and then that's when boys came. We got we may have 10 boys in the family versus 20 25 girls out of my mother's siblings. And so we protect them boys with everything because we don't have that many of them. We will go, it's just, I don't know. And I'm sure these women that are on this internet bashing Robert, they got sons. And if something would happen to their sons, how would they feel if the same thing, if some young lady comes forward and lie on their son, would they go to bat for that lady? Or would they be over there trying to protect their son?
Hmm.
Hey, Miss White. Hey, Andrea.
Hey, Miss White. Hey, who me? Um,
Hey, Tanya.
hey, Tonya. Y'all make sure y'all supporting the host. Let her make her get to her goal. I don't know how I'm gonna get over there today.
But yeah, I just don't understand it. People think that because they like a person, that excuses their wrong.
I can't.
They think that yeah, I used to when all of this mess first came about, I followed the truth in the beginning years ago. And then I stopped like going to social media. I got off Facebook. Then after my husband died, I got back on here and started back, hey Miss Lovely, and started back going on social media platform. And late 2022, I came across, well, it was a video of LaTruth in the hospital, and it was talking about his cancer. And I was like, he had lost a lot of weight, so I didn't. I was like, I wonder is that the same LaTruth? I used to follow this guy named LaTruth, and it ended up being him. And he had gotten married, and I was like, I felt really bad because of what he was going through. And so then after I had started back following them, I even started following Brianna, and I would watch their things online, their skits. And then afterwards, about October, she came on the internet and said that they said that they had a domestic dispute. And I was like straddled the fence. I was like, that doesn't seem like his character, judging from what before he married her, he always seemed like, I'm not gonna say timid, but he was always so respectful. And then I kept watching her videos come out, and I was like, "Oh no, maybe he did," and this, that, and the other. And so I was like caught in between. I didn't pick a side, but I was like caught in between. And the more she came out, and the more she came out, and the more she came out, her story was changing. And when he came out and said that he just wanted a divorce, and then I understood she was battered. She was what they call a toxic. What's that word I'm looking for? Uh bitter, a bitter ex. Hello? She was a bitter ex, so I started, looking at her videos, and I would, like, I would put, like, comments in her chat telling her she need to take this off the internet. She did not need to be putting her business out, and it was not what she was wanting to hear. I did that for about a week, and then one time I was, looking for her video to see whatever happened to it, and she had blocked me. But I started getting stuff on YouTube when people were speaking on it. So when I would be on TikTok, they were showing her on TikTok. The latest Sincerely Yours, she was having videos back to back, and she was actually breaking it. Well, she wasn't breaking it down. I think she was a I want to say
My
she
two
was a
Lexus in
Brianna
the back.
supporter. I think she was a supporter, but I started watching her. And once I started watching that Sincerely lady, I was like, then I started watching the content creator Jaffe. I started watching Jaffe on Facebook. And then he sent us the sweet mom. When I went to YouTube, I started seeing more and more people speaking out about it. And I started going on my husband page, just looking at Bree and seeing how she was acting out here. And I did not like that at all. So I was like, I'm not going to come into her thing. I don't agree with what she's doing. And I do that even on this platform. I look at a lot of people's lives. And if I don't agree with what you're saying, because everybody has the right to say what they want to say on their platform, I won't speak. I'll be in the bushes. I don't talk on it. If I want to talk about something, I will go to my own platform. But I stopped speaking in her thing. So when she did the thing and she went on the thing talking about those children were in counseling because they were so traumatized, that's when I started my channel because I thought that was too much. That was too much. And I started my channel so I can get my voice out without being scrutinized in the comments by her supporters. And
You got some super stickers and chat.
okay, let me see. Thank you, Miss White, for the super sticker. And thank you.
Carissa
Let me
and
see.
Protect Your Peace.
Thank you for Protect Your Peace for the super sticker. And thank you, Carissa. I appreciate that.
I think somebody else gave
And
that one gave you one
that
too.
one,
Let me see. It's showing up late on my end.
that one
Oh,
was before Miss White.
let me
For
go
what?
back. I can't go up the
Where you
comments.
gotta go?
But
Where you
yeah,
gotta
so I don't hate Brianna. I just hate the way Brianna moves. People love to say that if you don't agree with the person that you hate them or you bashing them. Bashing, telling the truth is not bashing. Thank you that one for the super sticker. Thank you Carissa for the super sticker. And protect your peace. Thank you for the super sticker. Um Bashing somebody is not telling the truth on stuff that they put out. And then my thing is like everybody that has been doxxed or that's being doxxed, that's not fair because you all are not putting your lives out there to be scrutinized. You content creators
You're
and
right.
you bloggers. So a content creator and a blogger is different from a social media influencer.
Mm-hmm.
Social media influencers are just like celebrities, so to speak, because they putting their lives out there, and people have a right to their opinion about what they putting out there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's not right for a person to get doxxed about their opinion. You,
Correct.
they doing the real like people
What? Let
that
me
go.
ask you this, my two.
Go ahead.
Would you consider what they're doing, um, personal when they put? Do you think that they take it personal when they go dock someone and put their personal information up there?
I do. I
Okay,
do.
I do too. But
Well, but
they said that I took it. I got it. I made everything personal, but I wasn't the one doxing people. I was being doxed.
Yeah. I I don't think that's right. I I I put videos out back in the day and I was talking about because I got a cousin that works with the FBI. If y'all, well, the ones that know go on my Facebook page and go down my family, they will see him. He works for the FBI. I got a captain at the police department. I got a major at the sheriff department, and I talked to them before I put those videos out to find out the laws, and ain't none of it right. And if people, none of it's right.
You talking about our videos? Or are you talking about what videos?
I put
What?
videos out back in the day when this doxing thing first started, telling people how they could fight it. You just have to have
Oh,
patience and to
oh
go
yeah.
all the way with it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Miss White said I was the same. My two. I didn't know who to believe, and I made my choice when she started calling him Little Bill and
Yeah,
showing his finances. I definitely understood she was hurt, but that wasn't the way to do it.
it was not. And I don't even know. I can't even say she feels bad for the outcome of everything because we will never know because she's too headstrong and she's too proud to come forward and correct this thing. That man had a platform before he knew of a Brianna battle. He had a platform. He had 8 million followers. She came and destroyed that whole thing in less than 2 years because the day that she decided to leave, his page magically disappears. She destroyed this man, her child's father, in less than 2 years. She did it the first year, the first couple of months she left him.
Uh-huh. Hold on, let me go back to what Krisha said too. Um, Creature said yes, she was doxxed because of a statement, and yes, that was very personal. But the same person that doxxed you said on their manly panel and told the people that Aaron is the one that made it dark because I took things personal. No, I don't go around doxing people for their opinions. The dangerous moderator is the one that goes around looking for everybody's stuff. They even dox my parents. They even put up my parents' credit history and all of that. If that ain't personal, I don't know what is. They didn't find out that my parents were criminals, but they looked at their credit history. You know what I'm saying? Even though they said my mom was a criminal because she used to beat my dad, but when I said show the black and white, that's when she went and got their credit history and what they've been going through or whatever. You feel me?
Yep. But I
But Preacher was doxxed and it was not right just because she asked them not to speak on Aiden, and she was doxxed. So y'all telling me that was right? No, that wasn't right at all. Tyler said, I think y'all need to speak on Robert and build him up. Bree is covered by God, and y'all only making her prosper more. Um, I think Robert got shown some major love yesterday. Shout out to everybody that was in there that supported Robert financially and was just there for the view. I think y'all poured into him last night. Y'all poured into him the night before when he went live to talk to him and acknowledged his supporters and the people that fight for him. I think so.
Amber, you're muffling.
Brianna is getting her karma as we speak.
She is.
Who's on Brianna? Who's doing videos on Brianna like that? Every now and then, she's not putting nothing out there for nobody to do anything on anyway. So, ain't nobody speaking on her, but we are enjoying the fact that she's receiving her karma.
Amber, your noise in the background. Mute her.
Let's see. I'm fixing to put it on subscriber mode. I ain't got time to be fighting with these folks.
Oh, y'all
Yeah,
say I'm
because I want to say,
Huh?
that's not because I'm in the car. My 2 cents ain't told me nothing.
yeah, it's you muffling, baby.
Huh? I'm trying to change it to subscriber mode because I ain't fixing to be fighting with them folks. I got my
Yeah,
opinion
because
Because
that.
I'm in the
and they
car.
got theirs.
That's why I
Huh?
got a background. Because I'm in the car driving.
But just mute it real quick. Because when you talk, it muffles real bad.
Tara Rose is obsessed. We obsessed with Bree, and she obsessed with us talking about Bree. So we even.
I,
Y'all ignore Tara.
yeah,
Tara.
I
because
think that's what I don't understand.
Y'all
my
can get her.
thing with her coming even
Y'all can
into this
get her out
chat,
of here. But
talking about building Robert up.
she obsessed with us.
She
Yeah.
can't
They
hear.
obsessed with me. They went and put what I said to Miss Lasanda and what she said to me on the Fifth and Mad page. They're so predictable. It ain't even funny. We know what the things that they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this. They came in talking about building Robert up and then saying Bree, oh my good, let me say it. And then saying that Bree is covered by God. First of all, everyone is covered by God. Bree ain't no special individual, just gonna be only one that's gonna be covered by God. And then how do you know she's really even covered by God by all the vengeful, devilish things that she do? She's doing the
Dang.
work of the devil. She's not doing the work of God. Nothing about her screams I'm doing the work of God, starting with her having a doctor's relationship with a man when she was still clearly married and having kids out of wedlock. Like where is she covered by God at that point? That's not the will of God. That's in the Bible.
I
So for you
can't.
to say she's covered by God, everyone in this world is covered by God because God loves everyone. If he didn't, we wouldn't be here now. If he didn't, he wouldn't have sacrificed his only begotten son for us to be here and to cover our sins. So don't get in here talking about the Bible and putting her in the same sentence. Like we just not gonna do that.
Yeah. They kill me. A lot of stuff about this whole sector is not godlike. But God don't operate like that. God does not. I keep saying God don't bless mess. And you got to really know your Bible to know that a lot of this stuff is, I don't care how much they talk about God and talk about the Lord, and you got to look at their ways and the things they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
If it does not align up with God's word, then it's not of God. That simple.
That's it, and that's all. And then
How
for
you
that
put it?
person talking about she was like yesterday, that live yesterday was such a clickbait bait. It ain't even funny to get
Yeah.
on there and say that Brianna had discernment. I don't see it in her nowhere. But that's
Thank
not. That's just to me. That's my opinion. And if you are of a good loving, if you are a loving person and you walk by faith of God, let me tell you something. You wouldn't even have it in your heart to sit here and destroy that man like that.
Exactly.
You would have let
Exactly.
it go just the way it was.
Yep. Because everybody makes mistakes. Just say, for instance, if he did do what they say he did, does he deserve to have his life scrutinized because of that? I don't believe he did it, but even if they were Christians and he did do it, why don't they pray for him instead of trying to tear him down? Why aren't they praying for him? A Christian would be praying for him.
Yeah, a real Christian would be praying for him to help him, to better him, to get those spirits off of him. They would not be doing what they did.
Yeah.
So just to come in somebody's check talking about this girl is covered by God, I think we all covered by God, but He is not pleased in her actions
And not.
because He takes marriage very. That is a very sacred moment in someone's life. He takes those vows serious.
And for them to be justifying her having an adulterous relationship, they 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 were high five and they was in the
Hold
comments
on.
and his comments talking about he jealous and this, that, and the other. If that were the case, what kind of Christian are you high fiving an adulterous relationship?
My question is to Luck the duck. Why don't you pray for Brianna because you believe everything that Brianna says? You pray for her. We don't have to pray for her until she gets right within herself. Why would we pray for her? I don't want no harm to, I don't want her to be harmed or anything. If that's what you're saying, no, I don't want no harm to come to her at all. But however, I wouldn't waste my time of day to pray for somebody who allow people like you to attack other people and dox their information and put their family members at stake. Because she always say, Bree have attack. So let me tell you something. I would never do that in life until she get right with God herself. No, what's crazy work is that you're in here. That's crazy work. What's crazy work is you sitting there with that low fade. That's crazy work. What's crazy work is that you're such a Brianna lover and we don't care what you think.
Bust them,
That's
Lexus.
crazy.
What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Anybody paying attention to love? Don't even respond to love.
No,
Like,
but
Every,
you follow a cult that does attack people. You follow a cult that does. And then you're the same one who told that lady to do a tarot reading on me and Amber. Boy, get on. Get on, little girl, little boy, whatever you want to go by today. Get on.
mm-mm.
Get the other one.
Amber,
Get that from the store.
Amber, how do you put it on subscriber mode or Creature or
Hold on, let me see.
so
Oh,
you
I
got
can't do
mods.
it on
Don't
mine.
worry about it. You got
where they
mods in the
only the
chat. They're not
subscribers
gonna
can
do nothing
comment
but
and I need to put it on a certain amount of time?
I
my
know.
two.
Get on, Amber. Get look.
And, Lexus, you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, Creature.
My two, can you hear me? I figured she couldn't.
It don't make no sense. It don't make sense. Everybody in this sector is grown. Everybody's grown. And everybody in this sector, um, the way some of them carrying on, they act like little high school kids. Creature, you up here?
Yeah, Creature up here. Creature.
Creature hadn't said nothing since she been
Yes,
up
she
here.
did. You couldn't hear her.
Why I
Did
can't hear her, but I
you
can
say
hear you
something?
all.
I'm
I
right
don't know, but
here.
she did.
And she's not muted.
No,
So I'm gonna have to listen on my other computer, the Creature, because it's something about when Creature comes up, I can't hear her, but I can hear you and Amber.
I don't know, because I heard Creature because she's like, Lexus, can you hear me? And then she said my 2 cents.
I'm still right here.
Oh, okay. Can you hear my 2 cents?
Mm-mm.
My 2 cents can't hear you. My 2 cents, you might have to go out and come back in.
My two can't hear
Let
anyway.
me try.
They ain't nothing new.
My 2 cents, don't let her do you when you come back in here now.
What she said?
He said my two cents can't hear anyway.
We ain't gonna even say.
But I'm gonna say something. Can you hear me, Lex?
I can hear
Yeah,
you now.
yeah.
Okay, good. Um, when you was talking
That-
about them putting God in it and all of that, I feel like if that's the direction that they really wanted to go, there would be no, it's okay, everybody gonna be handled, everything going, you wouldn't even be wishing that, you wouldn't even be thinking that, you wouldn't even be hoping that everybody is gonna be handled in any kind of way.
Exactly.
Mhm.
You can't tell me that. I mean, God is putting that in your heart to say, "Oh, it's okay. He gonna be handled. She gonna be handled." And you can't even say a separation from somebody who you don't see it in yet means that the other person was wrong for separating themselves from that person. And everybody is not separating themselves from one person because it, of something they did. You know, it's a common denominator, and she's it.
Mhm.
Lady Love said, "Remember the devil was." Wait a minute, where'd it go? Remember
Remember?
the devil was an angel, and when kicked out of hell, he had his gift. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Every blessing that you get in your life is not from God. The devil blesses his people too.
Absolutely.
Yep. And sometimes that's why I had to start thinking, stop looking at what the next person have and wondering how they getting it. And when they say God bless them, this and that, don't always think that God really blessed them. Because like you said, the devil can also bless them, especially when you know they're not doing the work of the Lord. So how are you getting blessed by the Lord, but you're not doing the work of the Lord? You get what I'm saying? So sometimes
Yep.
we need to be thankful that we didn't get those blessings, because at the end of the day, we don't know what all they did for the devil himself in order to get those blessings.
Mhm. Very true.
Cause I used to sit around and be like, damn, how this person getting all this and they ain't even doing nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You like, they ain't even got nothing going on. They ain't no motion or nothing like that. So what? And they be like, God bless me. God bless. I said, how God blessing them, but He ain't blessing the ones that's really walking in faith with Him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I had to think back. Shoot, I
But
told
that's showing right
you,
now,
God
Lex, through
devil bless
celebrities.
people too, huh?
I said that's showing right now through celebrities. A lot of them doing the devil's work, but it's.
Yes. And
Hmm.
look what's happening. They are now being punished. A lot of them are now being punished because of the work that they did, they put in with the devil.
Mm.
But, you know. Hmm. My 2 cents, where you at?
I'm right here. I'm reading a comment.
Oh.
Hey, everybody.
Appreciate.
Hey,
I'm not talking to you.
and thank you, Amber, for that super sticker. And I heard your little slick remark. I can't hear
What I
anyway.
said,
I can't hear.
girl, you ain't heard that.
Girl, don't make me get you. BBCH. And say I would like to. God has no. God is no respecter of persons. What do for her? Wait a minute. I can't put it up so I can see. I ain't got on my glasses.
No, you can't see or hear. You like
Girl,
me.
girl, you just now figured it out.
Girl, it be Amber we talk about. She said, Lexi, you must can't hear. And I really can't go into them clubs sitting by them amps and messed up my ears real bad. Got to be in the mirror dancing and stuff. They done messed up my ears real bad.
Exactly. I broke two pair of glasses and within a day apart. I had
What?
went out, girl. I went out last Friday, wore my glasses. That Saturday, I broke them. Then I had a backup pair and broke them too.
Oh my goodness.
I wonder how you did that.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Mm, 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 mm. Why do I love this movie, Man on Fire? I watch it like it just came out.
So my two, what was the topic? I didn't see the thumbnail. I just
Well,
seen
the
it.
topic was supposed to be about these women getting pregnant, and I wanted to have an open panel discussion on that. These women getting pregnant, thinking it's gonna hold, keep them in.
Oh, my brother told me a long time ago. He told us a long time ago. He said, if you get pregnant by a man, you want to get rid of a man, ask him for money or get pregnant. That's the quickest way to get rid of him.
It sure is. My mama's only brother got 13 kids. Every time he would be in a relationship, when that woman get pregnant, he gone. My
Yeah,
his
that-
oldest sister, my aunt, she's the one that would take those. She and my mother would go get those babies and bring them in and do for them. Because my uncle, he was like, mm-mm, I don't want no ties. But it's too late. You got the babies here, and they had to go through the DNA. Well, back then it was blood tests. Every one of them been blood tested because he wouldn't claim them, and
mm,
it's been going on forever. Now that they're grown, he want to claim them. He all on Facebook. I want to shout out to my oldest son. Oh, well, you wasn't giving that same energy when they were growing up, when your sisters had to take care of them because you wouldn't.
I
Well,
I know somebody just like that right now. I know somebody just like that, and I'm waiting on the day for him to act like he done did something and somebody, and I'm gonna lay him out.
I have a friend right now. She's like in her early 40s. She's trying to get pregnant from this guy. He's a promoter. Them shows I be doing, he be having me on the show. He took an interest in her, and they've been dating about 6 months now. And she's trying to get pregnant. I said, "Girl, you haven't learned. You're too old for that. All your children grown. Why would you want to start over because this man got a little something? That don't mean he's gonna be with you if you get pregnant. You finna put yourself through 18 years of financial difficulties and having to deal with the man that might leave once you get pregnant.
Hey, Renithia.
Just
Wait
crazy."
a minute. Wait a minute. She already got kids. How old is her kids?
She got 5 kids. Her baby is 24.
If she don't sit down somewhere.
If she don't sit down,
well,
but
do y'all?
she's actively trying to get pregnant from this man.
Oh,
I was like, girl, you got grandkids. If you got baby fever, go pick up your daughter's last baby she just had.
wait, Miss White didn't changed her name in picture. I am hollering.
Thank you, Amber, for the super sticker.
I
Saying
feel
it like
like the
Amber.
signs be there.
They do. That's
Yeah, I
what
feel
I
like
don't
the signs
get.
be there because if we're gonna use this saga, for example, the signs were there.
They
I
were.
mean, even a child knew that the young man was childish. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Does
didn't
she
even
think
see a point of coming out and saying everything he did because the signs were already there.
they were already there? And then why would you go and get pregnant from this man on purpose and he's already
Sure.
showing you he don't want to be there?
And he's made he don't want to get married.
And
He's
then
not gonna marry you. He's not gonna like let me tell you something. What I really do believe though, all jokes aside, I'm gonna have to question that. Is he the one that got her pregnant? I'm just gonna throw that out.
You went out, Lex.
I said I'm just gonna say
I
that.
heard her.
How do we know he's the one who got her pregnant? Too. Because it's mighty strange. Even though we know he got some type of he has to have some type of feelings towards her to even go back for even if it's just the money or whatever for the like we see is for the money. Some way, somehow he still has something else other than the money situation for to make him keep going back. Why has he not really acknowledged those babies in her stomach, so to per to say? You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Well,
know.
maybe because some men, honestly, if they doing it, they feel like you doing it,
Yeah, they
and they have their owns and they have their offs.
I've looked I've
So what would
actually looked at that different way. I looked at it like, okay, when he was acknowledging the kids, it was a problem. She went on a rant saying he only acknowledged them on Facebook,
right?
and after he
True.
got back together, he just said, "Okay, I won't acknowledge them at all." It can be that, or he can have doubt, like Lexi said.
Well, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, if you get online, matter of fact, if you make me mad like that when we out the country and I can tell you don't want it, I'm not telling nobody I'm pregnant. I'm going right to the man. I'm not lying to you.
I'm going to get a pill real quick. Do you hear me?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, who about to do this? Not me.
Mm-mm.
I would have gladly accepted that.
I I don't know. I don't know where her mind was when she purposely got pregnant. You know, this man had a plan. Before he met Brianna, he had a plan. He was trying to be an actor. And by him trying Miss White, what did you do? You done changed your profile. Is that Miss White?
Yep.
Thank you, Miss White. He he had a plan. He was trying to get his acting thing off the ground. That man, if he wanted to just have babies, how old is he? 30, 31, 32, 34. He don't went this long, and it's very seldom you see a black man go that long without a baby. But he had gone that long without having his first kid, and then he gets with this girl, and she, I want to say, trying to trap him. I guess she wanted to be the first one to get. She wanted to be the one to give him his first kids, and I assumed that she was thinking that because she's the one that's giving him his first kids, that was going to tie him to her. He'll straighten up and do right.
No, if he don't want him, he don't want him. It ain't gonna make
Hmm.
him. That's just a fact. That's a every like when you get pregnant by a man. Like I'm gonna just tell you like this. Now that I'm older and a little wiser, I do know that when you land down with a man, sometimes you gotta think to yourself. You gotta think before you even allow him to even enter in you, especially without a condom and everything. You got to know the outcome of what's the possibility chances of you getting pregnant with a lot of other stuff. But what's the
Yeah.
chance? What type of person is he going to be if you are pregnant? Is he going to be a great father? Do you think he's going to be a person that's going to be take a partake in your kid's life? Is he going to marry? The biggest question is he going to marry you now that you're pregnant? How does he treat his? You also got to see how he treats his mother, how he treats his aunts, his sister. You have to look at all that. And if you see red flags, you need to just keep that condom on and keep that birth control, keep it flowing. She knew that man was childish.
Mhm.
She knew he was that man wasn't ready for that. That's a real responsibility. He wasn't ready for that.
I could never be with a man that feels comfortable talking about his mother to me in a bad light.
Hmm.
I couldn't because in some instances, family secrets, or however he felt about his mom. He didn't know her long enough to tell her the stuff that he told her about his mom. Then she threw it back up and told her friends about it.
And that's another thing you can't be down here pillow talking about because that's what they're gonna do. But see, this is the thing. They both played a part in this ignorance that they got going on. They both played a part. This man seen how she did Robert. He seen it firsthand. He was a
Mhm.
part of it.
Mhm.
He knew every bit of her. If he did this to her, she would do that to him, just like she did to Robert, and vice versa. If he's that comfortable to talk to you about his mother, guess what? He's gonna talk about you too.
Mhm.
And and that's just it, and that's just all he's gonna do the same way. And whatever that mother did, that's the reason why he can't commit to her as well, too. Cause he might see something in her like his mother.
Mhm. And let Pretty Bree tell it. He pillow talked about her to Pretty B. Pretty
Y'all took the
Bree.
words out of my mouth. I was about to say, if he pillow talking with her that early, he pillow talking with another woman about her.
Yep.
Mhm.
Baby.
hmm
Hey, True Slayer.
Hey, good morning,
That could get
everybody.
worse.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Good. We're good.
Good, good. Happy Saturday. As y'all was talking, I was just thinking I wanted to ask y'all a question. We'll make a statement and ask y'all a question. Initially I was like, oh, she just you know, she learned with Sleepy that love and ain't gonna keep you. He went and married somebody else. She had the children that didn't keep him. But when she got with True, he had his finances together and everything. Obviously, definitely elevated her and her children. And then she had the baby from him. And then we saw how she was after, was when she wanted alimony, she wanted, all the child support, but she the one say she got all the money, right? So
Mhm.
then here we go with Johnell, where he's this up and coming actor, that IMBD status or whatever it is that she was
Mhm.
so excited about very early
Mhm.
on, excited about his upcoming success. So I was always saying, okay, well, she just, in my opinion, is a very lazy individual in general. So anything not to go back to work, right? So
Mhm.
not only does having a man that has some financial success ring bells for her, but again, the baby keeps you financially tied as well to her, not just emotionally. Like she said, she'll get another one, another one, another one when it comes to the
Mhm.
man. But if I got this baby, that's a check. I mean, I
Mhm.
know I had, young women I knew back in the day when I was running around in the streets and stuff, and they would have, like, okay, I'm gonna have another baby because I'm gonna get more assistance, which is obviously asinine because the baby is gonna be an expense. So I don't know how you think you're coming up when you're creating an expense in a whole life for a
Exactly.
check, right? But my
Mhm.
question was to y'all was like, now I feel like it's even deeper where um the attention seeking and validation, right? So when you have a baby, everybody is, oh my gosh, through the pregnancy and how are you feeling? And you're glowing and you get all of that. And what are you having? What are you gonna name it? And then the baby comes and then again there's all this attention. But I had a friend, we don't really speak anymore, but she has 7 children. When I met her, she had 4. And I asked her, because I'm like, girl, she wasn't working. Everything was in assistance, getting in the line to get toys for tots for Christmas. And just everything was about the charity because she couldn't afford all these kids. And so I asked her one day, we were like 25 or something. Like, why do you have, don't you care that it's a struggle? Like, it's literally a stress and a struggle for you every day, but you keep having these kids. And she said, well, I just
Mhm.
love the love they give. I just love the love. I'm like, girl, that's not love. That's need. They need you. They hungry.
Mhm.
I mean, they grow into understanding what love is, but initially it's a need of you. It's not a love for you. So I'm just wondering if she has some kind of a thing where, you know, being the control freak that I believe she is, where a baby is very vulnerable, and
Mhm.
you control them. You have control over them. So I'm just starting to think like more deep and more psychological about like you know why have children. You don't really enjoy parenting, in my opinion. You don't seem to
Mm-mm.
embrace it and enjoy it. So it has to be
Exactly.
other reasons. So I just wondered if y'all ever considered that it was more than just about keeping the man around, because she has to know that's not true. So maybe she has a different philosophy about having these children.
I don't know. I I can agree with you about the control part. Hey, healing hearts. Everybody else that came in and I didn't speak, hello. I can agree with you about the control part because that's why we are here. Because of a cell phone, he stopped her from going in his cell phone. So that's why we're here, because I guess she felt like she had control when she could check his phone when she wanted to. But once he stopped her from doing that, she felt like she was losing control. So I can believe you about that part of it. And with her kids, she will have control of them. Um,
Right? Because see, her older children are, like even Mosky now. Now Mosky can talk and tell you how she feel and what she do and don't want. And, unless you're just going to be totally ignore her, coming into her own self, you have to contend with those things. So now we got Mosky coming, especially now that she's regularly seeing her father, coming back home, exclaiming about how wonderful a time she had. I can see when I watch her live with Moski, she's not all warm and fuzzy with Moski like she used to be. She
She's
mad as
not.
hell because
She
she's like, you get to go and get showered with all the love and everything that I wish I still had from this man. And then you
yeah,
come back, you know, so happy. And, you know, Moski's very vibrant. She's very talkative and,
she
you
is.
know, a lot of energy. So I'm sure she be going on about how happy she is. And so it's not warm and fuzzy with Moski anymore. So that's why I'm like, you know, is it now that you can't really control Moski's, you can't control her mind and stuff like that as much anymore because she's getting older. She's not
Hmm.
1, 2, 3 years old, and you have to deal with whatever she has to say about her father, and it's going to be very hard to ignore it. Like, you know, we never had like babysitters and stuff when we were little until we could, you know, at least Moski's age where you can talk and tell if, you know, somebody doing something to you. My parents didn't believe in letting outsiders influence, you know, us like that at a very young age. And so same concept. She's at home, you know, Bree can tell her, like she tried to tell her, if y'all remember, that her last name was Donaldson. She came to, I believe most people was telling the truth. Her name was Donaldson. No, your name is not Donaldson. It's Hampton. So now she's coming to really understand and know, you know, she really understand who her father is and how he loves her and stuff like that. So now she's kind of not the warm and fuzzy one anymore in front of the camera.
Hmm.
And so she's on to the next one. So I was just like, this can't be about keeping the man. This must be. Then I said, okay, well, it's about the money. Then I'm like, well, I don't even know if it's about the money, you know, getting the money, the child support anymore. I feel like it does something for her, you know, like she feels loved or she feels special or getting the attention or something from being pregnant. Maybe it's not just about keeping the man, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe it's something
Hmm.
else.
Are you familiar with Peach McIntyre?
Only a little. I just started kind of tuning in a little more very recently.
Okay. She's married to this guy named Wood. I think she came on here about, I want to say about 7, 8 years ago and start doing family content, and then it went to where she started doing I call it poison content. And she has 7 kids. She like to say, Peach McIntyre, y'all, I got 7 kids, all from the same man, my husband. Now and he's been known for every time she gets pregnant, he cheats on her. He's known for cheating. And she had the 7. Now she's pregnant with twins. And
Mm-hmm.
one Monday or Tuesday, she was at the store and she was getting the stuff put in because she couldn't pick it up by the person that brought her stuff to the car. They was putting it in the car for her, and the young lady showed her a condom, and Peach got mad at the young lady, but she started talking about the condom. Um, she started talking about the condom, and she was saying that her husband had cheated on her, this, that, and the other. People say she's doing that for clickbait, that she makes up stuff between she and her husband for clickbait. But I honestly don't believe it was clickbait. I think it really happened. And like I said, she's had 7 kids, pregnant with two more, and now her husband's cheated yet again.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing, like that was the thing, the whole premise of my lie was why these women keep getting pregnant and bringing these babies into toxic relationships.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and like I said, it's got to be deeper than keeping the man. Like he's proven, like you were in that example with Peach, he's a cheater. She, I, you know, I've peeked at her, but I really don't know the full story. But I have seen where, you know, she's dragging him about the cheating or about him not doing anything to help with the kids. You
Mhm.
know, he's just not a present father, even if he is in the house, not emotionally available or whatever. So then, okay, well, then why are we doing this? Are you just trying to, you know, like I said, fulfill something within you? And Miss White, the Donaldson is the older three Bree's older kids, her first 3 children's last name. She was asking where did Donaldson come in at.
I'm not sure. Is that her? What is her maiden name?
No, her maiden name is. Oh, I'm sorry. Miss White was asking about when I said Donaldson versus Hampton.
Oh, okay.
Donaldson is Sleepy's last name, apparently.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So yeah, that's where she was saying trying to say she had the same name as the other children. I'm like, come on, why are you trying to teach her name is not Hampton? You know,
Mhm.
but but yeah, no, to your point. So yeah, I'm I just have to believe like it's got to be something a little deeper than you know um I'm just trying to keep this man around. And I think
Mhm.
in some cases that is the reason. But I think in other cases it's even deeper. Like with Brie, I think it's deeper because you know because like I said, she doesn't, it's one thing if you don't really have a lot of money, but you just want to be a mother. You want to be a mother to many children, and
Mhm.
you're very resourceful. You know what I'm saying, and positive about being a mother. And you might not have much, but there's a lot of mothers that have many children that didn't have much, still gave their children a wonderful life. They made do. They got creative. They were resourceful, and they did it. But she has the money and then still doesn't do the nurture part.
Mhm.
So it's not that you wanted to nurture. It's
Mhm.
that initially I think she wanted to keep Sleepy. It didn't work. Okay, so then she get with Robert. She see how he is with his daughter and with her own children. So she wanted to keep him around to me to help her parent those children because she didn't know what I don't think she probably didn't know a lot about, what to do properly with parenting. He brought the structure. He had the father presence that the children were
Mhm.
missing. So it's always some self-serving reason,
Mhm.
you know, as to why you have okay, she had the child. No, he didn't want to initially had a child, but you wanted to serve self. So you did
Mhm.
it anyway. It wasn't that, well, I think when I'm gonna get pregnant and you know, he just saying that, what I mean, he really does want a child, maybe he just nervous or something. It had nothing to do with him or thinking he would eventually, get on board. It was just
Mhm.
this is what I'm doing. I'm
Mhm.
going to do this. I'm going to hold your feet to the fire because I really hate that she did trick him out of the child and then turn around and hold the child over his head when he love and want his child. That's just diabolical.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Special K. Where is that? What's her name? Okay, Lady Love said it's the need of having someone needing her. Again, the love of control. Let's see. Okay. I was trying to read the comments. Thank you for the 2 memberships, Miss White.
I was just about to say, Lexus, I hope I didn't come up here running my mouth and make you drop down. I'm glad you said you got a phone call because I wasn't going to
Okay.
stay up long. I just wanted to ask that particular question that sometimes I think is deeper than keeping the man.
Hey, Christina. I be catching your lives when I be like getting ready to go to bed. I'll
Mm-hmm.
turn it on. I'll normally like if I catch one that be live when I be getting ready to go to bed, I'll let it play until I fall asleep. But I didn't even know you was going live. So I just happened to be strolling, talking like
Mm-hmm.
somebody else I know, strolling YouTube and happened to see it on there.
Yeah, and I'm not consistent, so I'm probably not in an algorithm or anything. It's probably like if you're subscribed and you have your bell on all and not personalized, and you would get notified every time. But I'm not consistent, so yeah, I understand.
Yeah. I don't really go live because I be working, so I just put out videos in my time off work because I don't be wanting to deal with the hassles of setting it up, and I'm not comfortable going live yet because it seems like you be talking to yourself if you don't have anybody on the panel. It's like you're talking to yourself, and that feels weird to me.
Yeah, and that's why I always, when I'm in people's chats, I mean, I am very expressive, but I do
Mhm.
try to engage because I'm like, they not on here to just talk to themselves. So I'm consciously thinking like I'm engaging with this person,
Mhm.
or with the chat because that's why we're here. If I don't want to just come here and not contribute, I guess is what I'm saying. I want to, I'm here for their engagement as well. So that's why a lot of times why I'm expressing myself and I'm thinking about that too.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what you're saying. Talking, feel like you're talking to yourself.
Yep.
But like I said, I didn't want to come up for very long. I just wanted to throw that out there because I thought it was a great thumbnail topic
Mm-hmm.
to discuss. You know, like I like to discuss behavior and all of that stuff anyway, as people who subscribe to me can tell. So
Mm-hmm.
that's all. I appreciate you having me up. I do watch your videos. I always have, and have been subscribed to you since I came on, or since you came on YouTube. So I really enjoy your content as well. So thank you for allowing me up. I hope you have a great day and a
You too.
better
Thank you.
Christmas. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
All righty. All right, ladies. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't let's see. Healing heart. You have a scrub on. You have a scrub on time. If you're not in the algorithm, would not recommend. I know it. I know it. Some of the videos get in the algorithm and I get a lot of views, and then some of them I only get maybe 1,500. So I understand about the algorithm. Hey, Rosalind, do you know Peach due date? Peach didn't give her due date, but she said she was 8 months the other day when I was watching her. She said she was 8 months. I just recently started, like, she just stay on my when I go to shorts, she stay on there. She stays on there, and I like to go to the casino. So that's when I really started looking at her videos when she was at Hard Rock in Tampa. I follow a lot of these casino casino bloggers, and hers kept coming down my timeline. And when I started looking at those videos, then her videos of her life started coming up, and that's how I started following her there. I did just get my membership back. I lost monetization. I wasn't really doing nothing when I lost monetization. I would put a video of me singing here and there, and I lost monetization. That was when the time they thought they was getting everybody struck and getting their channels took. When they looked at my channel actually got demonetized for copywriting because I was using, like, I was doing Beyonce music. I was doing um Tamil's music, and they had copyright. So I had too many of them, and they took my monetization away because they said I was copywriting. And when I spoke to the rep, he said it was not because of the videos that I was doing on Brianna. Those were in line with YouTube's rules. It was the ones I was doing, them cover songs. That's what got my monetization took. But I had put those off when I first left the internet, when I had first left YouTube. And once I started back doing videos, I started back doing those videos because I was like, it doesn't matter. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. That's why when they gave me a date to fix my channel, and I took all those videos off of me singing just to show them it's not because of Brianna. They went talking about everybody getting demonetized because of Brianna videos. No, I left every one of them up to show them it's not, I didn't get demonetized because I was doing videos on Brianna. I got demonetized because I was doing videos singing other people's music. Let's see what Healing Heart says. Healing Heart just showing this is Paris. Theme is alive. They don't listen openly about me. I'm not a felon. They don't read. It's white people that know you know your truth. Yeah, they got me for that, and I will not Somebody asked me when I'm gonna start back doing them. I'm not. I'm not. Unless I start another page to do it, but I'm not. Did I miss any? Y'all ready for Christmas? Okay, can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Okay, y'all can. I was gonna do a live tomorrow, but I'm not gonna be able to. But I'll go ahead and discuss this one now. About how everybody is downing Robert. Um, Robert, everybody is downing Robert because he has a GoFundMe up, and because of what happened this week on another panel. I just want to speak briefly on the part about his GoFundMe and him asking for money. Um, and everybody going in his comments talking about he needs to get a job and he needs this, he needs that. Okay, if Robert, do you all who remembers when Robert actually, when they started holding his money and wasn't paying him, he went and got a job with Uber. I think it was Uber. Do y'all remember that? That one, hello. I think the comments are behind. But when he with Lyft, yeah, and they mass reported, they called and called and called, he ended up losing that job. Y'all remember that? Okay. So how can they telling him to go and get a job? He did not initially come to the internet asking nobody for nothing. He did like a man does when his stream of income dried up or when he didn't get paid. He went and got a job to kind of make his ends meet. But they're the same ones that's over there dragging him, talking about he need to stop begging to get a job. They're the same ones made him lose his job that he went and got. Lexi. He just Y'all see Lexi comment. I ain't gonna even highlight it. But he went and got a job. So at this point, Robert is damned if he do, damned if he don't. They don't they don't he made a comment on that panel the other night You all want to see me dead, and they say he was up there gaslighting. How is that gaslighting? Because everything he does, they have something to say about it. He can do nothing right for them. And then they want to say they had no part in destroying this man's brand. Yes, they did. Like he's going trying to go live now. This man is minding his own business. He's not bothering nobody. He's minding his business, and they minding the business that pay. They not minding the business that pay them. They minding the business that pay him. He can't even go live without them coming in the comments with all that ignorance. And he should be able to do that. He should be able to go live. He should be able to do content on whatever he want to, and they don't go watch it. But if they disagree with him and they don't like him, why won't they stay out this man's lives? I don't get it. These some weird people. I've never seen nothing like this in my whole years of living. That's what's going on. I like listening to True Slayer, especially when I'm up late. I catch her live. I think the comments running behind. If y'all talking, I can't see it. I think the comments are running behind. But yeah, why don't they stay out this man's lives and let this man rebuild his brand? Then they want to say they have no parts on tearing it down. If a person goes live on you 24/7, hey, grown woman status, 24/7, don't they think that that will hurt a person's brand? They don't want to take any accountability on what Robert's going through now. They want to say it's him. If you really think Robert has not changed that much from when he first before Brianna and after Brianna as far as his content. Yeah, he was doing the little movies, Will He Cheat? But as far as his content, he hadn't really changed that much. He hasn't changed that much. The only difference is he's lost weight, but he was doing the same thing and he built his brand off of doing that. Shut up, Amber. He built his brand off of doing that. And it did not take Brianna to help him build his brand. He got up to 8 million followers without Brianna. But they want to say that she's the bag and he made it off her back. No, it's the other way around. But they will never give him credit for anything. They will never give him credit that's due to him. Let's see, all members may done. I can never do it. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one that one. Yep, I don't understand them. I do not understand the person. They I don't understand how people throw their rocks and hide their hand, and then when the outcome comes, they don't want to have a part in the outcome. Like Robert did not destroy his own brand. His wife, ex-wife, she came forward and began the destruction of his brand. And after that, her minions helped destroy the rest of what was left of his brand. If she would have kept it off the internet, both of them would still be where they were. She would just have her supporters, he would have his, and some people would still be supporting them both. It would have been a thing, okay, they were married, they broke up, but we still support both of them. But because of the way she decided to bring it to the forefront, that's what made people take sides because the women that were battered instantly believed her and stuck with it. The women that really went the women that were healed looked at both sides and made their distinctions, and they followed him because her stuff wasn't adding up. But why can't people respectfully disagree without all the ignorance? And I'm gonna be honest, Cancer 66. If this story hadn't come forward, I would never have started. Um, I would never have started a YouTube page. But it flooded my timeline on Facebook, and I became interested in it. But if this wouldn't have never come forward, I wouldn't have never. I've been following a lot of stories, but if this story had never come forward, I would not have a YouTube page. So yes, my channel was built off Robert's back, like everybody else's, whether they admit it or not, because I think a lot of people, had this story not come forward, would not have their YouTube channels. But it's okay for BB and Nate to have a Christmas wish list and Candy Girl to have a GoFundMe for a honeymoon, but yet her man work. That's what I'm saying. They're so two-sided. They're so one-sided in their way of thinking. What's good for them is not good for everybody else, and I don't get that. Okay. Y'all, I thank you that one for the membership. Y'all, I think that Kevin is live, and if you all want to go, I can come back on later. If I can come back on later and finish this conversation, but I think Kevin is live and he's talking about that guy that went live about La Truth. And personally, I want to watch it too. Yeah, Healing Heart, it is the hypocrisy. I've never seen anything like this. But I'm gonna come back on after Amber and everybody else go live, and I want to watch Kevin's live. And thank you all for tuning in. I really, really, really appreciate everybody that rock with me. They said, "Where is Kevin live?" Amber, can you put it in the chat? Let me see, can I find it? Am- Amber, can you drop Kevin's live in the chat? Let's see. Let me see, Kevin. Yeah, I'm looking for it. I think Amber gone too. There it goes. Let's see. Can I get the copy the link? Mm. Let's see, share. Copy link. Oh, she dropped it. All right, y'all. I'm about to go over there too. So if y'all want to watch Kevin live, Amber dropped it in the chat. And thank y'all for coming to my live again. And thank y'all for the super stickers, the memberships, and the super chats.